YouTube, time to tap in this week's chat. Today we're talking about why I quit Warzone and started playing Apex and what it's going to take for me to get back into Warzone. And if you're hating Warzone, to stop making yourself play a game that you hate, whether you're just a casual, a competitive player, or a content creator. First thing is first, if you like the video, like the video. If you love it, make sure you subscribe with the notification bells on, as it does help my channel tremendously and grow as a streamer and my content, with YouTube being my lowest performing platform. I do go live on Twitch almost every single day. Link will be in the description, as well as all of my social medias. Everything is at Chad Rails. We're doing some big things over here. I'm very excited to have you here. I wanted to make this video because it's definitely the most asked question that I get for myself since switching to Apex. And the last game that I played on Warzone was in a $25,000 tournament. And people don't see why I left at that moment and why I went to a different game. So my background before Warzone, just real quick, is I played all of the BRs. I played PUBG, I played Fortnite, I played Apex back in the day when it came out, when I was still on console, and I loved it back then and just never really made the return for me. So I preface that because I am not a Call of Duty player. I didn't just play Call of Duty all the time, every single day, with nothing else in the rotation. And with all that being said, I am a competitive gamer at the heart, and that's why I love Battle Royales, because they reward a lot of different situations and decision making, and it's even better when there's a ranked mode for you to compete at. So, Warzone, very broken. And we've dealt with the issues over the past year and a half with minimal updates, broken metas, and the new map Caldera is just not it. So there is just a lot of different things that don't make me want to go back to Warzone until potentially Warzone 2 comes out, which is said to be by the end of this year or in the beginning of 2023. But that's enough about me. I want to talk about you and if you've played Apex or not. The huge things that I hear about all the time is the movement sucks, the guns suck, and while coming from Warzone, I could see how that might be the case. Warzone mobility mechanics, all you have to do is tack slide twice, slide cancel, and you have your gun up in the air and you're at the fastest speed possible. With Apex, everything is momentum based, so you do start sprinting and you gain sprint speed over a couple seconds. And once you hit that max speed, you can combo into different things. So I would definitely say that while the mechanics for mobility in Warzone are probably easier, the reward that you get for Apex in this mobility mechanics are way better. And that's going to be kind of the trend for the topics that I'm going to mention between the two games. This is for people who are done with Warzone, but they want to keep gaming, but maybe not know what to play. Let's move on to the weapons next. Every single season that comes out with Warzone, the guns that come out during the season are going to be usually the meta weapons, because they're trying to push the battle pass, they're trying to push cosmetics, and they're trying to push new guns to be used. Well, I don't have an issue with that. I bought all 3 Call of Duties that are integrated into Warzone. I grinded all of the guns inside of those games, and I grinded all of the camos. So I bought into Call of Duty's formula, and I was okay with it. The unhealthy that's about it is when there's guns that you can only be used because of how much better they are, sucks. When you can only run 1 sniper, 1 AR, and 1 SMG to be competitive in competitive gunfights against other high KD players, that's an issue to me. In Apex, you have a bunch of different weapons, and every single one of them, even the worst weapons, are all viable, and you can have different play styles with them, and there's different perks that help with them make the gun better. Another thing that I see that people complain about is the loadout system. Warzone has definitely made us very, very spoiled with Warzone. You don't want to play a loot simulator. You want to be able to get your guns and go and fry, right? Prior to Warzone, every single battle royale was you drop with nothing and you need to get your gear. And this is something that's really hard that I had to get used to. This is probably my 5th or 6th try trying to get into Apex, and I finally found it out that you have to be good with every single weapon at all times to stay alive and be the best. The last thing I want to mention is the Legends. Obviously, we have operators with cool skins in Warzone, but with Apex Legends, you have to have a team, and that team matters. All of my content prior to me switching to Apex was me just 1v4ing kids, because that was the best thing that I could do, is getting myself into the hardest fights and trying to come out on top of them. In Apex, whether it be casual pubs, ranked mode, 3v3, or even the new 9v9 mode, what you need to do is make sure you have your teams next to you, you learn their abilities, you learn the opponent's abilities, and you know how and when to take fights. While a lot of BRs reward positioning, getting a knock, etc., Apex Legends takes it to a whole other level, and it's so satisfying when you can finally get a team knocked. You have a great play together. It rewards teamwork, and it rewards the better players who make the better decisions almost at all times. At the end of the day, Warzone is a very, very casual battle royale, which is why it has such a large player base. I love Call of Duty to death. I hope Warzone 2 is going to be a great integration into the franchise, and hopefully they can take Warzone to the next level. But as of right now, I really don't see myself returning to Warzone. I've got the Apex bug. I'm having so much fun, and I'm getting those reactions that I used to have and those feelings that I used to have when Warzone came out, and I finally got to be able to 1v3 and 1v4. And now I'm trying to do that in Apex and take it to a whole nother level while also being backed by a rewarding rank system, trying to be the best. At the end of the day, if you have any questions, make sure to hit my DMs on any of the social medias. You can comment here. I can try to answer any of your questions about Apex. You may not know something. Maybe I missed something. So please let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and I'll see you guys next week.